So, he was born in Australia in 1990. His childhood, no one really gives a fuck about his childhood details, but just know he used 4chan, and his dad worked in asbestos mines, and got cancer from it later on, and got a bunch of money from the government for getting sick on the job. And then his dad killed himself. And then Brenton inherited all his dad's money, and he used it to travel the world. On his travels, he saw how, like, there was towns in France and shit without much white people, and also the story of Ebba Ackerland, an 11-year-old girl in Sweden killed by some Uzbekistani ISIS piece of shit in 2017. Now, with these motives in mind, what do you think he did to try to solve these? Option A, get a wife or two and make like 10 kids to offset immigrants and encourage other white people to do the same. Option B, go to Sweden and track down the piece of shit who killed the girl and then kill him, or get some gay muscular dudes in this prison to go gang rape him as punishment. Option C, encourage Western politicians to close the border like how Poland did, and call for the end of US and Israeli and UK imperialism, and give reparations for past damage so black and brown people have no reason to leave their home country anymore. And maybe encourage bringing the death penalty back for rape and murder. Option D, go to the opposite side of the fucking world to kill 51 random people, including other children, who have nothing to do with that murder in Sweden, or immigrants in France, and a country that already isn't natively white, and then rot for the rest of your life in jail. I think he picked option D. Like, the logic behind his attack is really retarded when you actually give his manifesto a read, like I did. Although I read it 2 years ago, so my memory may be bad. It's like Israel killing at least 60,000 people, mostly kids, in Gaza as punishment for a Hamas attack, at most, with highest estimates, killed only 2,000 people. Bit of an overkill for your revenge, isn't it? Also, countries like New Zealand and Australia, Canada, America, they're supposed to be immigrant countries. Like, that's kind of the whole point of why the countries even exist. Is it was a place for people to run away from oppression or poverty, or they were forced to go as prisoners or slaves. So it's kind of weird to be anti-immigrant as an Australian like him. It's different for Europe, but New Zealand was never a white country to begin with, to want to protect from dirty, evil Islamist terrorists and monkeys. And if you say it's just criminal immigrants, not legal, nice ones, Brenton didn't really give a fuck if they're law-abiding or not. He didn't actually kill any bad guy immigrants. He only killed the good immigrants who are actually providing to the society. And he killed kids as young as 3 years old. So much for wanting to protect kids like Ava from evil terrorists. Just becoming your own evil terrorist, killing kids. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry I'm thinking about this, but this is how hypocritical his logic is. And there's a simple solution to rapists and murderers in general. Just give them the death penalty regardless of their sexuality, or religion, or race, or nationality, or whatever. Done. You solve the immigrant crime crisis without having to punish a single good immigrant in the process. Whoa! Mind-blowing information. You could just punish actual bad guys while leaving the good ones alone. Whoa! No, I have to do I can't control myself. I need to do an incel mass shooting and kill random people because I'm crazy. Yet motherfuckers in Europe and Australia love thinking about rehabilitation, even though it only works for small crimes, not big ones. Now, I talked about his motives. Now, let's talk about his strategy. His strategy was actually really good. Just busting through the door and bam, bam, bam! And also shooting at bodies knowing they could be playing dead on the floor, not just people standing up, and leaving the building and coming back in to see who was playing dead, thinking he left for good, so he could shoot them again. Then he drove off to another mosque, but I don't really know what happened there since the live stream did cut off. But comparing Stefan Ballet, which I have another vid on, with Brenton Tarrant and strategy, it's like comparing my basketball skills to Michael Jordan. The only person I know who had a better strategy than him was Anders Breivik. Anyway, he got arrested and went to solitary confinement for life. Is more respectable than just escaping the easy way by blasting your brains out, like Solomon Henderson and the Columbine, or going to a nice Norwegian prison and complaining about my human rights due to your Xbox being taken away like Anders Breivik. Anyway, this is what he looks like today after 6 years in jail. Anyway, he gets a 7 out of 10 in the retardation scale. He only got deducted 3 points due to his strategy, but his motives were 10 out of 10 in how retarded and stupid his logic was.